All right, people. I'm Johnny Scoville. And this is Chase the Heat. Here we are together again. I got a feeling Bree is going to be the first one on the bus tonight. There she is. How did I know? Bree, I love you, girl. I'm going to say this a couple times. I'll say it now, and I'll say it when much more people are in here. But big happy birthday to Harper, Chili Mama Bird's little one. She turns 9 today. It's exciting. All right, so it's her last birthday with me here. Was it me? Good to see you. Christopher Westcott, thank you for being here. Buddy, thanks for stopping in. Dizzy Dragon, hello. It was so close it was. Barella, hey, Barella, good to see you, man. Chili Phil, good to see you. Drew V, my dude, how's it going, Chili family? He says, Bill Lewis, Sunday night chill. Exactly. Love you more, says Bree. No, you don't. Good try. Good morning, Landscape. Formerly Dad's old Honda Civic 2.0. Good to see you, dude. Zachary Peterman, good to see you. Bruce Cook, thank you for being here. Dennis and Macy Brace, thank you for being here. Jason P, good to see you. Andy Paul from Great Britain, good to see you. Hunter Watson, Charlie and Mary Mullins, Divine Sorcerer. All right, good to see everybody. Todd's here. Good evening, Johnny. What's going on tonight? Drew sent me these. Baum's fried pecans. They're sweet heat. This is the spicy version. This is what we're going to review tonight. Chili Phil, I just completed the little nitro gummy bear challenge. Tasted like something you swept up off the floor, didn't it? Not a tasty thing, that thing. Well done, though. Wes Lightburn. He's a bass player in my band, Accidental Cross. We're going to make it happen. Chili Mombird's going to sing. We got Wes Lightburn on bass. I'm going to play guitar. It's going to be great. We need a drummer, and I think we got Tommy to play tambourine. Ethan Walters, good to see you. Happy Monday, happy Sunday night in the U.S., Monday morning here in Oz. It is exactly 11:04. For those just tuning in, Harper's birthday. So big happy birthday to Harper in the chat. Love the little girl. I hope everybody has a great day. So a great day so far, says Christopher Westcott. Good to see everybody. King of Women is here. Thanks for stopping in. Awesome. Awesome Cool is here. Thank you for being here. Bizzle 636, my dude. Thanks for being here, man. The fumigator caught you by surprise. I swear it wasn't tricking you. You were. I'll tell you something. That was weird. There's no way that's just red habanero. No way. I'm telling you, it wasn't. It was spiked. There's just no way. I could almost taste. I'm going to taste it again. I could almost taste extract in it. I'm not even kidding. But I got that really cool gator claw. Tom Broom, good to see you. Thanks for being here. And I love you for that, Drew. Thanks so much. And we're going to review these in just a minute. Now, is it pecan or pecan? There's a difference, you know. They're pecans in Australia. I heard a joke once that a pecan is a nut. A pecan is something you put under your bed. Boom, bump. It's a Texas joke. I'm always here carrying the vibe. The bus, 3 months sober. Wow, Andy Paul, 3 months sober. Dude, I didn't know. Congratulations. That's so exciting. How cool. It made my night. God, that's great. William Ford, good to see you. It was brutal, but the video is uploaded on you. I'll have to check it out, Chili Phil. Andy, you just made my night, dude. That's so cool. Random Toaster, thanks for being here. Alan McGee, good to see you. Robert, RS. Johnny, hi, Charlie, and everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. We are. Happy birthday, Harper, says Charlie. Thank you so much, Charlie and Mary. You guys are great. Thank you, Tom, for the birthday wishes. I'm enjoying Forbidden Kiss, King of Women says. And Bree says, thank you, everybody. Chili Phil was pretty rough considering I've been up since 3 a.m. Listen, it's a nasty challenge. I've done it. Diz XS, Pekin. Thanks for being here, dude. Or do that. Thanks for being here. Pawcon in Louisiana. Louisiana, they say some funny stuff though, man. You go down to certain places in Louisiana, you're not sure they're talking English, man. I'm not even joking. Big congratulations from Christopher Westcott for the 3 months, Andy. That's awesome. Dennis likes the joke. Chili Phil says congratulations. Sasquatch Adventure Hunter. Good day to Spice family. Beautiful day here in Homer. Hope everybody's well. We are. Got some cool things coming up. I got a really busy. The next month and a half is so busy. I'm going to be in Erie, Pennsylvania on the 27th of May. I'll be there for a few days. I come back. Then I'm doing a podcast I'll tell you guys about. No, I can tell you about it now. For sure. Chili Chump. I told you there. I'll be doing a podcast with Chili Chump. Then I'm going to San Diego on the 17th and 18th for the belt match. And then I'm leaving from there, going to Reno, and I'm doing my brother and my mom, they sold the home there, which is interesting because they've lived there for a really long time. That's where I took care of my dad. So it's kind of an interesting thing. But it's good. They bought a home in Arizona, and Tommy and I are going to do a road trip, and we're going to live stream a lot of it, and it's going to be a lot of very, very fun content. And then I'm going to stay there for a few days, and then I'm coming home. So I got a really busy few month, but I promise you the content with Tommy and I are going to be hilarious. I'm going to surprise. He's not here. I'm going to surprise him with something nasty, either nasty hot or just simply nasty on the trip. Any suggestions, please toss them out there. We just have to stop it if you see Tommy in the chat. Amy Paul says, thank you to the bus and the lifeboat, everybody. It's exciting, dude. That's a big deal. It made my night. A bunch of people said stuff in the chat, and I'm sorry I missed it, but I'm going to try to stay up current. Subtle Eel, thanks for being here. Good to see you. Lifeboat's pretty awesome, Ethan Walters. I agree, man. Important message is Reaper Blood yours. I need way bigger bags. Bizzle 636. That's not a Chase the product. That's a Blazing Food product. You know what? You're my guy. I'm watching your tolerance do this, man. I really am. I'm excited you're growing too. Let's see. Road Trip Live sounds great, JCP. It's going to be great. I promise you. Road Trip with Tommy sounds like Tommy Boy. It'll be funny. We've done some crazy road trips, honestly. James Castle, good to see you. I'm grubbing on some of these. Baum's fried pecans. Good time. Pecans. Good time to eat these. Yeah, my mom's moving to Arizona. Be closer to my sister and her kids. And anyhow, it's a good thing. All right, so I'm not going to read all this because it's valuable time. I'm missing stuff. I'm just going to tell you what the ingredients are because there's a bunch of stuff on the back. But the ingredients are, where are the ingredients? Pecans, sugar, soy oil, salt, paprika, garlic, and pepper, and spices. Ray, good to see you. I'll be getting into raw oysters. I love oysters, man. One of the great things. I've even had the Rocky Mountain oysters. I have. I went to Colorado just to do a release of a new sauce, Deverandum, with Jay Turner from Burns and McCoy. And he took me to this place because he wanted me to try it on steak. And they had Rocky Mountain oysters there. So I tried bull, I think buffalo, and sheep. And the sheep tasted the best. As weird as that sounds to say. Riverdale, good to see you. Nothing dramatic in the aroma. Let's give these a taste. These are great. You know what's crazy? Someone just made a comment. These are great. King of Women said all the reviews he did in that house. His favorite was spicy noodles. It made me think, man. I did a ton of videos in that house. The number one video I made, I shot in that house, which I don't think is the number one video, but by views it is. These are great. Dacone 710, good to see you. I'll be eating fresh oysters off the rocks at the beach here, Scoville. I can't wait for that. Bree, we're going to have so much fun. We're going to talk about that in just a second. These are great. There's a tingle of heat, just a tingle. But if you're somebody who doesn't eat hot stuff ever, these would be exactly what it says, sweet heat. These are delicious, Drew. Thank you so much, bro. I live in Colorado. I can't try Rocky Mountain oysters. You should try them, Jason P. They're actually good. I missed a bunch of people saying stuff, and I apologize. Let me audit you. Good to see you. Still feeling the tincture I just did. Well done, my friend. Alan McGee, steamed oysters on the grill, something me and my dad used to do. We would sit outside all day. They should have sold it for more money if you in the soda of the house. Awesome, cool. I like watching your videos. I'm glad you do. Sign. There you go. If you sign this the house, there you go. You know what? They wouldn't get it for more money. It's funny though. I think about that. There's a ton of memories there. I thought about that when we were there. I was there over the weekend. It was interesting. AKA Heather Joy, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I want to thank everyone who took the time to read my post. UK watching. Andy Paul, so proud of you, man. For real. We had the family up over this weekend. Cake tonight. She's at school with her friends. That's where Harper is on her 9th birthday. I think I've kind of caught up. If I haven't said your name yet and you're in the chat, I will find you, okay, before we're done. DC, good to see you. Pepper Challenge is coming up. Yep, absolutely. 2 this week, maybe 3. Anyway, I was supposed to submit the paperwork last week, but I got a couple good things happened, which are going to kind of anchor me going to Australia. So, and I know how it's going to happen. All the times that, man, it's been such a, I'm telling you, Bree and I could write a book about this. In fact, we should maybe write a book about this. But I bet you I'll be there within 60 days. Inside of 6 days, I bet I'll be there. Well, I am. At some point, when I get there, we're going to sit down and we'll do a live stream. We're going to talk about the whole thing. Like it's something that people haven't even thought. I lost $4,800 in plane tickets because I bought plane tickets when I thought there wouldn't be a hitch, and those plane tickets had expiration date on it, and I extended them and wrote letters, and nothing that could be done. Gone. That doesn't even matter. I don't even care about that. But boy, I'll tell you, it's going to be exciting. There's going to be on location. There's so many places for us to film there. You guys, it's going to be amazing. Is The Apprentice still going, DC? You know what? I've texted him twice in the last week. He hasn't responded to me. I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to. How much hotter can peppers go? Sasquatch Hunter asked. That's a great question. I've been told by people that are a lot smarter than me that they don't anticipate pepper. They'll never reach 4 million. That's just not going to happen. People that are in the know that I talk to doubt they'll get to 3, but I think 3 is possible. But I'm guessing, Sasquatch Hunter goes up to 16 million, so I guess that's the limit. But so far, nothing close to that. That's if you extract everything, all the capsaicin from the plant. But as far as growing them, and the other thing is this: it's really sort of a funny thing. Chocolate pods have, and I've been saying this for a long, long time. They have a disproportionate burn relative to the SHUs they have. You know what I mean? If you got a red pod here with 2 million Scoville heat units, you can have a pod here that's only at 1,500 that's chocolate that'll feel like it's hotter. So there ought to be something like a real feel. With weather, if it's cold, you have the wind chill. They call it the wind chill. Or if it's hot and moist, they call it the humid. Like with the humidity, they call it now the real feel in weather. They call it the real feel. Well, the real feel today, if you factor in, that's what they mean by that. There ought to be a real feel for Scoville ratings because, I think the hottest pepper I've ever had is definitely the Primatale. 1 year, a couple of years, or 1 year it's been the chocolate, 1 year it's been red. But either way, it's the Primatale. And the year that it was the red and the chocolate, they were relatively close. It wasn't like either one was so much hotter than the other. It just happened to be the hottest one that season. But I think it's possible to have chocolate pods that have less Scoville ratings that are going to, like the chocolate. Tomorrow I have some chocolate Primatales coming. And one of them apparently is a monster. I can't wait to eat it. It's from a grower I haven't had this pods yet. So this is super exciting. But I don't know. 3 million I think is possible when they start playing with genetics. You know what? Diz XS, they're already playing with genetics. I don't care about genetic. Listen, they say it's not genetically modified. What isn't genetically modified? Everything in the world is genetically modified. I think it's surprise. I think to feed the number of people. I mean, you got to know they're doing something weird with food. I thought you gave up extracts a while back, Daniel Harriet. Good to see you, Daniel. I've given up on challenges pretty much. I haven't done the last challenge I've done with extract. Bree, correct me if I'm wrong. I think the last challenge I did with extract was the 1 year anniversary of my sobriety, which was 4 years ago. I drank a bottle of extract of plutonium. I don't think I've done tincture is different. It's not white. I'm pretty much done with extracts with challenges though. Chocolate has a different burn, but most tests will show it to be the same than the red. Tests don't eat peppers. I know what I feel. And most people I know agree with me. And I don't think they're just saying that to make me feel good, Onyx, good to see you. Johnny and Chet. Good Sunday. Good to see you, Onyx. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Pepper X creation, says Todd, is 3.18 million according to the interwebs. Never had one. Don't believe the 3.81. I don't buy that for not a New York minute. I'm going to tell you why, and there's logic to what I'm telling you. Pepper X is a mustard pepper. It's a mustard pod. I want you to just imagine whether we're talking about Reapers, Ghost Peppers, Primatales, 7-pot Primos. In all of those peppers, there's color phases. You have chocolate, red. Chocolates typically tend to be the hottest. Whether you have a chocolate Reaper, chocolate Ghost, chocolate 7-pot, chocolate Primatale, the chocolate tends to be the hottest of all of the peppers. Next, you have red. All right. Then you have mustard. Then you got, then you have orange, then yellow. Then you have white pods. As the color fades, so does the heat. Listen, if there's a mustard pod that had the capability of reaching 3.1 million Scoville heat units, don't you think at some point we would have seen or heard of one that was tested at 1.5 million, 2 million maybe. There isn't one. So there's no one's ever tested a mustard pod, period. Higher than that I know of is like 700,000. So we're to think that it's tripled. It's now we can do a mustard pod at 3 million. I don't buy that. I just don't. I'll believe it when I eat one. I just don't buy it. Sorry. Good, interesting comment from Riverdale. They don't need to get any hotter. Flavor is the key. As far as super hots go, ghosts are delicious and yellow fever are quite tasty. I also like death spiral for sauces. It's a good point. The truth of the matter is flavor is so much more important. Great point. That's why like my favorite super hot is a Killer Yellow. It's a yellow pod. It has absolute red super hot heat, but it just tastes so good. Flavor is the most important. Am I going to do the Ragnarok? Awesome, cool. You know what? I'm not that fond of chocolate challenges. They're not a lot of fun. My body doesn't like them. I'm not saying I never will, but not in any hurry for it. Chocolate Bula. I remember the Chocolate Bula, says Daniel Harriet. Great pod. Still a monster. Always will be, for sure. Email me, Dizzy Dragon. Aaron Giorno, good to see you. My favorite at the moment is Chocolate 7 Pot. Looking forward to next season. Try yellow. Great peppers, man, for real. Prima Italia is your go-to for heat, for extreme heat. I know. Yeah, but it's not. Here's the thing, Todd. If it was just me, or if I was a grower and I'm the guy who created it, it'd be one thing. I don't have a dog in the fight. I know so many other chili heads, like legit hardcore chili heads. They say the same thing, that the Prima Italia is just a lot hotter than everything else. Now, either they're just saying that because they want to make me feel good, and I don't know why anyone would do that, or they're telling the truth. So I know it's a relative thing, but there's such a thing as a nemesis pepper. If it's my nemesis pepper, then I have a whole lot in common with a ton of other chili heads. It happens to be their nemesis pepper too. To me, it just hits harder, and it's just a hotter pepper. Noah James, Johnny, what's up, brother? Sorry I haven't been in a while. I've been going through a lot lately. I'm sorry, Noah. Hang in there, man. You know what my dad used to tell me when I'd go to him, I'd say, things are going bad. You know what he'd say to me? It's going to get worse. You did. He would say, it's going to get worse. He goes, but anytime things would happen, a bad thing would happen, he says, no one's dead, right? No matter what it is, we'll get through it. Just hang in there. Life is just about peaks and valleys and that boring time in the middle. It's kind of what it's about, I think. Let me see here. I'm just trying to catch up here, guys. Admit none. I've been eating peppers for years, still can't get my tolerance up. Really? Well, when you say eat peppers for years, like how you just occasionally, once in a while? Because I guarantee if you hung out with me, you get your tolerance raised. I've never known anybody whose tolerance. I mean, I'll tell you what. Go to the channel and just search tolerance in the search, and there's 2 videos I made specifically for raising your tolerance. Follow that. I promise it'll help. Discussions are good. Arguments are bad. Absolutely. Here's the problem. We've gotten to a place where if somebody disagrees with you hate each other. I think a good, healthy debate is good, but you got to remain calm and not speak from emotion. Yankee Kyle, good evening, boss. How you doing tonight? I'm good. Thank you for asking. Heather Joy is saying to Ray, I make my own vanilla for cooking, and that requires vodka. I'm glad that alcohol is not my drug of choice. Alcohol's a drag. It's a, you know what? It's a drag for people who have a problem. It's certainly not a drag for someone who doesn't have a problem with it. Boy, I'm way behind in the comments. I'm sorry. Real deal's late. Hello to everybody. Finished. Good to see you. Eat hotter peppers and more of them, and you will for sure raise your exactly. That's what I've been saying forever. Hotter and more of it. If you can't get hotter, just eat more of what you can get, and that will raise your tolerance. Onyx, I'm probably 1 of 3 on the Johnny Silva scale. I explained the grading to my girl. She thinks it's more, but after a 10 for homies, they can't differentiate. I think normies. Yeah, I can see that. Did you get a Navage yet, Johnny? I've not. I think it's crazy. I watched Tommy do it. It's just like asthma, mirror of everything. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. There's something to that, Dizzy Dragon, that there are patterns in the chili world over and over again. That's a fact. Some of them, ironic too. Johnny, I'm good, buddy. Been sober for almost 35 years now. Yankee Kyle, that's so awesome. That blows me away. Congrats on 35 years. Chili Phil's tolerance is getting pretty high for hot sauces. Indeed. Alcohol me just can't ever happen again. Diz at XS. I hear that. Me too. In 2 weeks, I'll be part of a huge audit activity. First Amendment auditors coming from 4 different states. Very cool. I hope it's awesome. I hope there's a great turnout. Admit none. I love you, Johnny. Love you too. For real. Made Texas toothpicks 2 nights ago. Just jalapeno, but delicious. You gotta love Texas toothpicks, Todd. You know what? Someone sent me, I did a review for the channel once. They were Reaper toothpicks. He wanted me to help him launch his business. I'm not sure if he ever did anything with it. Drew, hope the call goes well. Thanks for being here, man. Real deal. Love you, Chili Mama, but not as much as Johnny loves you. Love you guys. Wait till we're making videos together. It's going to be so much fun. "35 years, I'll get there." Andy Paul, no doubt. I don't know if I'll get there. No, I won't get there. I'm just not going to live that long. But I know when they put me in a box, I'll be sober or drug free. I won't be sober. I'll be dead. But you know what I mean. Noah James, you guys make me happy. I'm glad you make me happy. What do you think of buffalo wings? David Russell, thanks for being here. I love chicken wings. I'm not really into the buffalo flavor. I love chicken wings a lot. I don't think we eat enough of them as a people. As a people, we need more. Joseph Avery, how many Carolina Reapers are you now up to in one sitting? I don't know. It's not a thing I go for. I don't know. I don't think I've ever eaten more than 25. I've eaten 30 7.5 Primos. You know, in all the contests I do, we're eating pods that are all all Reaper heat, essentially. I eat 50 of those. So I don't know. I was thinking about that. I was talking about Greg Barlow down in Australia. Like 160 peppers, 160 some odd peppers. I'm telling you, I couldn't eat 160 cherry tomatoes. I couldn't. That's just too much. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't. When I first started the channel, true story. Like the first month I started the channel, I had these weren't even fresh pods. It was the off season, so I had this company in Texas. I bought 25. Oh no, I had 24 Reapers in a bag. They were by weight. It ended up being 24 Reapers. I went on the back porch and I had a video camera set. It was old camera. I'm brand new at this thing. and I filmed it. And I ate 24, and I swear to you, it was one of the roughest challenges. At the time, it was brutal. It was golden content. And when I was uploading it, before I uploaded it, I must have just deleted it. 4,500 videos later, I must have just deleted it and didn't realize it. And I kept searching for it, put the memory card in and kept searching for it. It wasn't there because I deleted it. So it took a day to recover just emotionally. It took 12 hours to recover physically, but emotionally it just damaged me that I lost it. So I immediately called can't remember the name of the place. It was a Texas pepper place. But I called him and I said, I need another bag. I told him what happened. So he gave me the other bag for free. So he sent me the bag, and I ate 25. And I swear to God, this is a true story. I ate 25 the second time, and I did it. I did it again twice on the same challenge. I never did it again. That was the last time I ever tried to eat a ton of Reapers. They weren't dry. They were dehydrated. There's a big difference between dried, where it's like chewing splinters, like hot splinters. These were dehydrated, so like chewing little balls of leather. It was really hard, but that was a bummer. George Hellman, good to see you. You know what? I feel bad about last night's live stream. I really apologize. But here's what happened. Tommy got stuck at this watch convention, and I didn't think he was going to be going at all. I didn't even consider it. So I came home, or I was here, and I started the live stream. And then someone said, "Hey, Tommy was just going live," and I felt bad. I ended the stream way too quickly. I should have taken a few minutes and said thank you to more people. But the deal is, people getting sober is more important than us sitting around yakking, talking about hot food. So I kind of ended the stream really quickly, and we all hopped over to the lifeboat. But I apologize about how quickly that happened. Melissa, 7 Deadly Seeds. Good to see you, Melissa. Thank you for being here. David Rosa, Johnny, how's it going? Anything hotter than the Tube of Terror? What would you suggest I try next? David Rosa, hotter than the Tube of Terror. Multiple tubes of terror? I mean, it's not. Hang on a minute. Boy, there's some of the hottest stuff I've had, like the Hell Fudge from Uncle Bull Cow, was absolutely brutal, but I don't think you can buy it. I'll have to think about that. Usually at that point, you're just doing multiples of existing challenges. Like I did the 4 Horsemen challenge where I did all 4. I did it was the Death Nut 2.0, Death Nut 3.0, the Tube of Terror, and the Tube of Terror 2.0, all in one challenge. So that was kind of a crazy. You can do multiple things like that. You pay for them. That was a rough one. Thank you, Todd. I felt bad about that. Lifeboat last night, this morning. You did right, brother. Thank you, Andy. It's important to me. It is all your fault, Ray. Ray shows up and with one word ends a stream just like that. Not many people can say that, Ray. It happened one other time before, but I'm not going to talk about it. But it's almost something I could talk about on the bus pass. Nah, it's not something I could talk about. It happened one other time before, though. Lemmy still got some Tubes of Terror 2.0. Another Tube of Terror coming tomorrow. Chili Phil, you're a beast, man. Yeah, you can always chug milk. Dennis, when you went skydiving, was more of a rush peppers or actually skydiving as we of everything? You know what? That's a good question. I'm not really a skydiver. I'd done it before that jump. I had done it twice. I did it once 20 years ago with Tommy, which was a trip. It's a funny story. But that was not a tandem thing. That was a program they have called the accelerated free fall program where you have your own rig and people just kind of hang on to you when you jump. And when you're at a certain elevation, 5,000 feet, you let them know that you're aware of it and they leave you alone and you do your thing. So I did that one like a long time ago. I did one a year prior. So I really didn't have a lot of skydiving experience. And honestly, you can't tell on my face. I've had people like really be honest with me, but I didn't want to look like a chump. I didn't want to look scared. I was so scared both times, both videos that you guys see here. So the rush. Here's what happens: you get when you get to altitude and the doors open. That alone is horrifying. To be that high up and have an open door, you're like, what if I fall out? That's the whole idea. But it's like the whole idea is horrifying. But you get this amazing moment of clarity and a kind of you're so in the moment that it's hard to even explain. It's horrifying, but it's not. So I think the skydiving was the bigger rush until the chute opens. Once the chute opened, my mouth got on fire. I was like, wow, it's then that. So it kind of caught up after the chute opened. I'm going to do it again, though. That was Foy. So yeah, I tell a story that I lose all these great people in the chat that are talking. I don't want to miss anybody. So I don't want anyone to show up and say hi and say hi to me. I want to make sure I say hello to everybody. Content deleted. Now there's a name. Eat 10 ghost peppers right now. I don't have 10 ghost peppers right now. Content deleted. That's funny. I'm getting a laugh at some of these comments. Skydiving is on my bucket list, Heather Joy. You should do it. You really should. It's a fun, here's the thing. People have always, you heard people say there are two kinds of people in the world: someone that'll jump out of a good airplane and somebody that won't. The people that won't, honest to goodness, those are the ones that need to jump out of an airplane for real, because it's an amazing sense of accomplishment and you get to see the world in a way that most people will never get to see the world. I remember the very, very first time I jumped, I left you have even all three times I jumped. The minute you leave the wing, you have this sense of accomplishment. You already did it. You're like, oh, it was perfect. It's just that jump. That's the only scary part. Because once you leave the plane, it's like, I remember thinking like 99.9999 and a whole lot of 9% of the people on the planet have their feet on the ground right now. There's a bunch of people in airplanes, but like you're not touching anything solid for like a minute, and everybody else has their feet on something solid somewhere, and you're not. You're just falling. I remember that amazing feeling. So it's something you need to do, Heather. Really, it's so much fun. Jim Justice, what's your favorite song to play on guitar? I don't have one favorite song. Some Motley Crue stuff is really, really fun. Some Metallica is really, really fun. Some Metallica riffs are really fun. But AC/DC is really, really fun too. I don't know. AC/DC is so much fun. I did my first jump earlier this year. The drop out of the plane was wild. David Russell says, yeah, man, I'll tell you what. There are some interesting first experiences you can have in life, but I don't know if any of them are quite as dramatic as that, because that is just like, whew, it's heavy duty. DizXX skydives in Parabungee in New Zealand. It was great. Man, Bree and I were supposed to jump in New Zealand 2.5 years ago. For real. Right before COVID, we were both going there for a chili festival. We were going to jump, hang out together, and we were both go back to Australia. And then COVID happened. But we'll do it. We're going to be doing that. And the great thing in Australia is probably the same thing in New Zealand. You're jumping at sea level, man. The tarmac is, it's a foot over sea level, So you can jump at 18,000 feet. You can get a much better jump versus jumping like both times I jumped for the channel. They were it was at mile high. I mean, in skydive, it was mile high skydive. They call it mile high for a reason. That's where the tarmac is. So you can only go up 11,000 feet to drag. Brock Bandy said when I was skydiving, it was like no one of the birds sang. Yeah, it was awesome. You know, it's a scary feeling when when the chute opens and you're just held by the harness and you're just that's a scary feeling. That's almost scarier than the free fall. You know. What about Motorhead, Johnny? Oh, I love Motorhead, Lemmy. I saw Motorhead a long time ago. It was amazing. So much fun to see live. Oh, opened with Ace of Spades. But man, that was a long time ago. And it was at the time, matter of fact, it still might be. Let me think. It was probably the loudest concert I ever heard. It was so loud, my ears rang for 3 days straight. I'm not joking you. It was a teeny venue. When I tell you teeny, if I'm not joking you, I'm telling you the truth. It might have been 1,000 people, and the place was absolutely packed. It was amazing. I think I'm trying to think. I saw a really eclectic lineup. It was either Frank Zappa and Alice Cooper, or it was Frank Zappa and Motorhead. I'm not sure which combination that was, but one of them had a really strange opener. But man, Motorhead was really, really fun to see live. George Heilman says it's a band I'm proud to have seen live. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Lemmy, hence the name. Yep, I get it. Very cool. Stubby, good to see you. Ace of Spades is a great song. I actually played that on the channel a long time ago. Lemmy was a beast. I'll tell you what. You know what's shocking about Lemmy? Dude died of natural causes. He didn't die. I mean, he probably would have lived a lot longer had he not lived the way he did. But if there was somebody you thought was going to go out with an overdose or something, he didn't. That's just crazy. You guys ever hear the story where his hat got stolen? It was gone for a while. They got it back. It's amazing. Riverdale, I've also seen Motorhead in small venue, maybe 300 people. It was awesome in 2008. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was teeny. Matter of fact, I said 1,000 people. It was. I could probably find out it was the same place I saw Alice Cooper and Frank Zappa. Same venue. It was a teeny little place in Burlington, Vermont. Motorhead in Darien Lake, Ethan Walters. Motorhead, AC/DC. The loudest bands I've ever seen. The loudest bands I've ever seen. Motorhead was crazy loud. I mean, I'm serious. Like the music was just breaking up. It was so loud. It was just like out of control. Just like riding the edge of where it was just noise. But boy, it was something. Dizzy, please read back. You asked him to come and try with Ed, or is it on the TV show? If not, give Johnny the Pepper X if it is out there. Listen, I was invited out to. If I showed up and said I want to eat Pepper X, it would just be causing waves. When he listen, he's going to release it at some point. When he does, I promise you I'll eat it. And I'll be super honest about it. I hope it's the hottest thing I've ever had. But Stubby, you're the man. You are Stubby. Come on, Bill Core, good to see you. Or Bleakor. What would you say is the best tasting green pepper? Perhaps a Serrano. Yeah, it's probably my favorite green pepper. I've been such a fan of Serranos. I get them to snack on. It's like the only pepper I'll get, like whether it's pepper seeds or not. If I don't have them in the store, I see them. I love Serranos. I think it was Cancer, Riverdale. The last interview he did, it was brutal to look at. I mean, I saw him when man, I saw him in the 80s, long time ago. I mean, it was like 19, I don't want to say it. Well, you guys know how old I am. It was 1987 was the year I saw him. It was a long time ago. When you say he's only 70, considering the way that dude lived, can I tell you the miracle is that dude saw 70 for real? I mean, the guy never stopped touring ever. He drank that. I mean, he drank like it was his job. I guess it was his job. He was just hardcore, but he was just rock and roll. There was nothing fake about that dude. He just was straight ahead rock and roll. He would never. I mean, that guy was like anti-sellout. He just did his thing. That's why he played in venues where 300 people could watch him. He just wanted to play. Amazing. Break time's over. Back to work. Have a splendid day, everybody. Do robota. George Heilman. It's Polish for get to work. It's true. Later, y'all. Have a good night. Congratulations on kicking the booze. Thank you, Sasquatch. A whole bunch of people here quit the booze. Very cool. Tucson, 2389 above sea level. Free fall from 12.5. So 11 drop time, of real drop time. Here's the funny thing, though, Ray. If you jump at like when I jumped in Colorado, I jumped at like 11,000 feet. All right, we had like a 40-second free fall. Had I jumped from 18,000 feet, we would have only had 10 extra seconds of free fall. You think you'd have a ton more, you really don't, but it does help. Do you like Striper's music, Johnny? You know what, King Women, I do. Amazing band, one of the most underrated metal bands. I don't know the all the names of everybody, but the lead singer and lead guitarist, he's brilliant. That dude is talented, like for real. Corbin Remmert, Deadpool exists, he says. Who's that Corbin Remmert anyway? Howdy, Jeff. I am the Noise Opera, just popping in to send my love. Love you, dude. Thanks for being here, man. Look at all those buses, yellow ones, orange ones, red ones. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. The Melvins rock too, but man, the Melvins, don't they? For real. That's a real band. That's a good, yep. For real. I'm after that black bus, Jason P. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Ever listen to Trivium? Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, Trivium is ridiculous. It's for real. It's another great band. That's a heavy, heavy band. If you guys haven't listened to Trivium, you need to, man. Play a lot of 7-string stuff. Fascinating. Rock on, King of Women. Just took out the trash. Police helicopter and patrols cars everywhere. I'm gonna grab my camera and run and see if I can get some footage. Do it, Lemmy. Be safe. Yeah, Stryker is a Christian band, and it's amazing. Who's my favorite guitar player? Stubby. I don't know, man. There's so many great ones. It'd be hard to. I really don't think there's any one. The first one ever really kind of inspired me was Jimi Hendrix. I was a kid, just before I ever touched the guitar. I remember hearing him, hearing it before I could ever saw him. I was like, that's different. So he was my first one that really got my attention. But you know what? I'll tell you what, Jerry Garcia is one of my favorite guitarists of all time. That's no joke. I love Jimi Hendrix. Stubby, absolutely. It is a tough question because there's like so many amazing ones. Zach Wilde is an amazing guitarist. There's so many great ones. I'll tell you what, man. Bumblefoot. If you guys, Bumblefoot is one of those guys that like they're a guitarist. Like he is like as far as technically speaking, he could play circles around like most living guitarists. It's not a joke. phenomenal. And one of the most down to earth, humble guys you've ever met in your life. And listen, he's a Chilean. I just got this strange email. I'll tell you guys what it is. It's kind of funny. I get these all the time. I've never ever taken advantage of one. Is that the right word? Not interested. Yep. I get these all the time. This video is brought to you by, then you see a commercial. Haven't done that yet. Do I know Blackmore? Come on, Blake. Or yeah, Richie Blackmore. Kind of a jerk in real life if you read about him. Interesting. I enjoy hearing you talk. I learn something new each stream. It's amazing. Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. I just try to be real with you guys, you know? My currency is integrity. Just being real with you. Dang, this room is cool, Study says. Tom Morello is worth mentioning. Yeah, he really is. Very interesting. Yeah, he does some interesting things for sure. Also holds the guitar, plays way up here, but yeah, he's a beast. There's no doubt about it. I'll be seeing Metallica in August at Giant Stadium. It's a 2-show, no repeat. Nice. Be almost 40 times I've seen them. Can't wait. That'll be fun, Riverdale. The funny thing is, I love them, but there are some great memes about them. Some hilarious ones. Guys, we're about 9 more minutes. We're going to wrap this thing up. But I've had so much fun hanging out with you guys today. Would you ever do the sponsors like that when you make a clip and insert it on the video for like a minute? I get offers like that every week. I don't know. Here's the thing. I would if it was something I came really close once. I had this jewelry company and I saw something. I don't know what it was, but it was, and I said, I emailed him back. I said, if you had something here that I could get behind, I would do that. I said, if you had like a chili ring or chili earrings or a chili necklace or chili pendant or something chili related, I could probably get behind that. And they told me they were going to do it, and they just didn't do it. So I got to believe in what it is, you know? You know what I almost did once? I don't have it here. I came really close to doing, I have a wallet. Ridge something wallet. It's not like a normal wallet. It's a cool little thing. I almost did it with them, but I haven't. I don't know. Here's the problem. I want to tell you guys the truth. Here's the problem. Everybody watching this, there's 39 of us right here. If everybody was 100, let's take a little poll. I want to see how honest you guys are. Little poll. I want you to be 100% honest though, and put a 1 in the chat if you would like to make more money this year than you've ever made in your life. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like to make more money this next year than you've ever made in your entire life. A bunch of 1s, right? It's a lot of 1s. Ray, nah, I'm good. I'm all set. No, and I'm not going to wait here for all the 1s, but everybody does, right? Nobody would. But here's the thing. How many people in the chat would fault people in the chat for wanting to make as much money as they possibly could? Nobody would. We all want you to make as much money as you possibly can. Nobody in the chat, like Stubby's not going to get pissed off at Jason. Jason, what do you mean you want to make more money as possible? How dare you do that? Bolstead, you want to make more money this year? What's the deal? Nobody's going to do that, right? But the minute a content creator has the appearance that either they're making money or that they're trying to make money, people think you're a sellout or you're no good or that all you care about is money. And that's true. That's why I listen, every time we roll out a new product for Chase the Heat, oh, you aren't making enough money already? People don't realize, like, if I didn't make, listen, if it weren't for the sauce and the tubes of terror and those things, if it weren't for the money I make from that, I'd have a full-time job still. I wouldn't be able to just be a YouTuber. I don't make enough on YouTube to pay my bills. Every once in a while, I have a really good month, and I'll have enough to cover the monthly nut, so to speak. But typically, I don't. I need the other stuff to survive. So, but people will think you're a sellout. I mean, they really do. So that's the big reason I haven't done that, because I know what's going to happen. And first minute I do that, I'm telling you, 1 million sellouts fast. I saw a great interview with James Hetfield, and they said, "What do you say about the people, your critics that say that you sell out?" You know what he said? He goes, "We do sell out every night, every seat. You bet we sell out." It's kind of funny. But I'm not a sellout. I don't really care. Listen, money's important just in the sense that you got to pay your bills with it. I'm never a guy who's been that, you know, I don't, best things in life aren't things. You know what the best things in life are? Bree's the best thing in life. My relationship with her is like the best thing in life. My relationships with my friends and family and these are the best things in life. It isn't money, you know. I've had a bunch of money too. There have been times in my life where I've made a bunch of money, I mean, and I wasn't any happier then. That's a fact. Tommy and I we had a business we ran. We'd park our Porsches side by side. I was making between 3 and 5 grand a week. Not a joke, every week, every single week. And I had problems like you wouldn't believe. Money doesn't make you happy. Here's a great thing, Todd. It is a great band, and the story is inspiring, but it continues to be inspiring. I mean, the guy's, relapse is part of recovery. He's a man he shows it, but he doesn't quit. Won't quit quitting. I respect that. We love you so much, Johnny, and I will always support you. Thank you, Asma, and everything. I appreciate that. Things are about to get weird, though. You guys understand that, right? Because this show is going to come out. I love Peter Gabriel. Oh, nobody should take this the wrong way, but he's more soul than almost any other white man alive. Boy, Cody, Peter Gabriel is amazing. But let me tell you what's going to happen. Very soon, the show is going to roll out, and when it does, forget that when the show drops, just when for real, just when the sizzler pops, because it's going to go for a month before the show drops, and the sizzler is like 5 minutes long, and the sizzler is enough that people are going to look at that and go, "What's that guy's name? Or what's that person's name?" And they're going to start. So as soon as the sizzler drops, there's going to be a big inflow of new people. And when the show drops, and when season 2 happens, I've said too much. But, there's going to be a lot more people. Like right now in the chat, we all know each other. Every once in a while, someone will pop in and we won't know the name or something. But by and large, we all know each other. It's like a little family. You know what I mean? It's like a little big treehouse meeting. We're all hanging out. You know what I mean? But this live stream 6 months from now, there are 42 people here right now. 6 months from now, it's going to be very, very different. I'm not going to be any different. I promise you. The show will come out, and we'll have to be patient with it. Newbie scruples of others. Here's the thing. There's something to that. You know why this channel? I never had a viral video, right? So although the channel has grown quickly compared to most channels, it's still grown really organically. You know what I mean? Everybody that is on that's here either digs the vibe, right? And they don't eat peppers, or they just really dig peppers, or it's a combination of whatever. You know what I mean? But when this thing happens, there are going to be people that jump on real quick, just like that, because of one thing they see. It's not any different than every day somebody will find us that has never seen it, and they'll start binge watching videos because they see all the comments they leave. But it's going to be the equivalent of like a year and a half per day, and every day is going to be a big inflow of people. It's going to be kind of crazy, When you get there, Johnny, we won't see you in Chiliamama for about a month. For a month, Ray. That's what we're figuring. That's what we're talking about. Here's the thing, yeah, yep, I can see that. The bus pass is going to feel like a regular live stream, Drew. That's kind of weird too. Although it's kind of fun because it means easier income. It helps me pay my bills. It's really right now when I do a live stream or when I make a video, I know there's a small number of people, so I don't really. I'm able to say things during the bus pass videos that I would never say here. You know what I mean? And I hope I don't get that feeling doing the bus pass because then I'm not going to want to say things you know what I mean? It's not that I'm really different. You guys know what I'm talking about though. That I have a bus pass. We're all broken together as a mirror of everything. It's true. You know what I mean? It really is. It's a fact. Did I make a review on the banana pepper? I don't know. I don't know if I ever have. It's a great pepper. One of my favorites. I love them. I may have avoided just because it's such a common thing. I probably thought I have. It's one of those peppers I think I probably have, so I haven't. I'll have to check. We are over an hour. Thank you for reminding me, Dizzy. Guys, thank you for being here. I'm sorry, lost track of time. You guys are all amazing. I love you a great deal. I hope the rest of your evening goes great. Oh, Gage Carter. Sorry, I just noticed you now. Want to see hanging out with you, sobriety, alcohol is horrible. Listen, thank you for being here. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. Jeez, Jacob, I didn't see you earlier. That's what happens when I talk. I miss people. Who else did I miss? I feel terrible. Anyway, if I missed you, I apologize, guys. Have a great night. I hope we all have a great week, okay? I'm waiting for that email, Dizzy Dragon. I love you guys a lot. Be kind to somebody tomorrow. The description box, all the normal stuff. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.